Hello friends. So in today's video, we will be discussing one of the newspaper article that says AI's disruptive economic impact and an India check. Okay. So what will be the prospective impact that we will be expecting coming from AI, and what should India do? That is the article's main topic, the crux of the article. But surrounding this, we will also be discussing about what is AI. Okay. So coming to the first question, that is, what is AI? AI basically means that we are training a machine by giving it several input again and again to make it intelligent as human beings. Okay, we consider human beings as one of the most intelligent species on earth. So if we are able to train a machine to behave like human beings, to react like human beings, we will be calling it as an artificially intelligent machine. Okay. So let's talk about a washing machine in which we put clothes, right? And we will keep some settings. Let's say wash it for 30 minutes, rinse it for 20 minutes, and spin it for 10 minutes. Okay. So this setting, if it is able to make on its own, that will be called as an artificially intelligent washing machine. That's just an example. Okay. So we are making it do a designed task which it has never done before. It will judge the situation, it will analyze it, what should be the input, what should I be doing with this input, how should I process this input, and how should I give this output. All that thinking, if the machine is doing on its own instead of giving us, instead of we providing that input, then that we will be calling it as artificially intelligent machines. Okay. So the thing is, what we usually know is artificial intelligence, but in general we do not have an understanding between what is AGI and what is ANI. Artificial general intelligence talks about the general intelligence, like a machine behaving just like humans. On the other hand, what we commonly know, we will come to AGI later on, but this we commonly know, that is artificial narrow intelligence. Okay, in case of artificial narrow intelligence, that machine is designed to do a particular task again and again. Okay, so that task it will be designed to perform a specific task. This is the keyword in ANI. For example, the example that I gave you of washing machine or a self-driven car. Self-driven car mein you will put this source, this is the destination, you take me to the destination. Okay. Every time the car is going to take you to a destination only, or every time that washing machine is responsible for washing clothes only. It will not sing for you, it will not dance for you, it will not create something for you. It will not do anything other than washing clothes or taking you to the destination, right? So it is designed to perform a specific task, that is ANI. On the other hand, AGI is that they will be just like humanoid robots. Okay, it will sing for you, it will bring you news, it will even open your Facebook account and tell you the news feed there, or it will open your Twitter and tell what all things are there appearing on your screen of Twitter. Okay, whom all you have followed. Okay, so AGI is something much bigger than ANI. A cluster of ANI will work like AGI. Okay. That is why all the inputs that we are giving to ANI, all that is going to AGI. As of now, AGI is not present practically. Okay, ANI, it is present practically. We do have self-driven cars, we do have artificially intelligent washing machines or any other. For example, ChatGPT, an example of generative AI. It will generate a text, image, video or anything like that, but it will generate a document, right? So all this is ANI. The problem with ANI is we have shifted from the problem of why to remember to why to think. Okay. You remember the times when we used to remember the phone numbers of very important people. Nowadays we do not remember. We hardly remember some 2 to 3 phone numbers, right? Earlier we used to remember so many phone numbers. We used to remember so many countries' capitals. Nowadays, if you debate with new generation children going to school, they will debate, why should I remember if everything is present in Google? Now they have a new kind of debate. Why should I think if I can create anything on ChatGPT or any kind of generative AI? Okay. So we have shifted from the problem of why to remember to why to think. That means we are losing on our creativity side, and in turn developing a machine to do it. Okay, so we are losing and machines are gaining. That is how we are going on a loss. Okay, that is the biggest problem associated with ANI. On the other hand, with AGI, we have encountered statements like this, that they can rule the world in better manner as compared to human beings. Or if you would have heard statements like, would you choose between war and peace, they will choose war. Or between humans and robots, they will choose robots. So these are something terrifying statements coming from AGIs or humanoid robots. Okay, that was the conceptual difference between AGI and ANI. Now let us proceed. Now let us discuss about the pros and the cons associated to AI. Okay, very commonly what we can think is, if a machine is doing a particular task, that means it can perform that task with greater accuracy and with greater creativity. Okay, generative AI, if you put give me a write up on Jawaharlal Nehru, okay, every time you click the same question statement, they will come up with a different answer. So they are being creative in every stage, right? So actually, whatever data you are getting from machines is actually accurate, and it is also more creative. Okay, PricewaterhouseCoopers, it's basically an analytics company. It has judged that the global GDP is expected to rise by almost 14% by 2030 itself. Okay, and this increase in global GDP will be significantly contributed by artificial intelligence. Okay, so these are some of the pros. Another thing that we have witnessed is, it has led to worker productivity by almost 14%, because people are more satisfied with what customer service is providing them. Because they are more satisfied, they are giving them positive reviews. Because they are getting positive reviews, it is leading to greater employee retention. Okay, so these are some of the pros associated to machines or artificially intelligent machines. But there are certain cons as well. And the most common disadvantage we have heard is it might lead to job losses. But there is something different statement that are coming from the experts of AI. What they are saying is, basically, generative AI, or more commonly AI in general terms, they will not be replacing workers themselves. Okay, it is being said that they will replace the non-upskilled workers with the upskilled ones. Matlab, if a group of workers, they are upskilling themselves with respect to artificial intelligence, okay, they will be retained in a company for a longer period of time as compared to those who have not upskilled themselves with AI. Okay, so AI itself will not replace machines. It will replace those workers who have upskilled themselves with those who have not upskilled themselves. Okay, so that is the statement that is coming from the experts of AI. So it can basically automate repetitive tasks. That is how it is problematic for India. In case of India, we have too many people working in blue collar jobs. Okay, blue collar jobs are mostly repetitive in nature, and AI is expected to replace the repetitive workers, the repetitive jobs, that is for sure. Okay, so here India should be working on upskilling. Okay, so if you get a question on what are the potential areas wherein India should be working on AI, is most importantly upskilling of the workforce. Okay, apart from that, it will intensify competition. It is usually considered good. If it is intensifying competition, that means you are getting better quality, you are getting lower prices for the same product, right? That was the outcome of Industrial Revolution. But if you remember, the artisans, the handicrafts, these low skilled workers, they completely faced job losses, right? So similarly, in case of India, they are expected to lose their jobs because of the greater competition persistent in the market, and it will also lead to greater technological divide amongst firms. Okay, those firms who will be using AI, they will be prevailing in market for a longer period of time. They will be getting more profit as compared to those firms who have not upskilled themselves or not been using AI. Okay, so such kind of problems we will be facing. So upskilling will be the core part where India should be working on. Okay, And the third important cons, which is the ethical dimension of AI, is the biasness. Okay. Here the problem is, let's talk about the self-driven car. Okay, self-driven cars are mostly driven by males in our society, right? Very commonly, very few females drive cars. So if you are training a machine to become a self-driven car, that means most of the input are being provided by males. So whatever problem female are facing while driving the car, all that will not be introduced to that self-driven car machine or artificially intelligent car, right? So now let us discuss the case of India. India must avoid the net negative effect on employment. Matlab, basically, India should be worried about the demographic dividend. We already have surpassed China in terms of our population, right? We must ensure that our working age population must get a job. Okay, they must not remain unemployed. In this world of AI, as we saw that repetitive tasks will be replaced by machines, so we must ensure that this workforce which is going to enter the employment market, they must be trained or upskilled in that manner. Okay. India should also ensure regulation in a limited format. Okay. Regulation must not hinder investment. We must allow the companies to come to India and invest in India's world of artificial intelligence, India AI application. Okay. So regulation must not hinder investment, and it should also open up opportunities in various dimensions. Okay. All in all, the article is saying that our focus should be on education and training or upskilling, as we discussed earlier. Now, what is Government of India already doing? Okay, in case of CBSE in class 11th, and it has already been introduced in class 11th, and we are also planning to introduce it in class 8th, 9th and 10th. At least the introduction of what is AI, what are the examples, or how Government of India is using AI, all that we have already been introduced in class 11th, and in the schedule for class 8th, 9th and 10th, we are planning to introduce it. One step that MP government has taken that is very significant is it has introduced a full course in class 8th itself related to AI. Okay. Another very good development is coming from IIT Hyderabad. They have come up with BTech on AI. BTech in the field of AI. This has been started already by IIT Hyderabad, and we are also planning it to extend it to the other IITs. Okay. We have also come up with an application called AI for All. This application has been introduced with the help of CBSE plus Ministry of Education to answer any query related to AI. So if you or me, we have any query related to AI, it can be answered at this application. And Government of India is also planning to set up 3 centers of excellence at various institutes. Okay, this has come up in the budget itself. So these are some of the steps that Government of India is taking in terms of AI. Now, what all things, where all places AI is being used in Government of India application? One such example is that of Bhashini portal. Bhashini portal or the project Vani, it is basically a WhatsApp based application. So you will put certain input related to, let's say, agriculture, let's say climate. You will put certain input, you will ask query in your native language, and you will get a response in your native vernacular language itself. Okay, that is the Bhashini portal or the project Vani. Okay, this is something very revolutionary. This we call as natural language processing, because it is able to process the natural language of yours and mine, right, rather than that of machines. Apart from that, NHAI, National Highways Authority of India, in its office is also making use of facial recognition. Facial recognition is another example of artificial intelligence, because you are giving it a regular input and training it to ensure that it should be able to recognize this particular face. Okay, so facial recognition is another example of artificial intelligence which is being used for attendance recording in NHAI offices. Okay, so PACE is basically a tool being used by lawyers or judges for doing legal research. They need to refer to several cases, right? So they can make use of this tool. And we also have one of the committees, V Kamakoti Task Force. They have recommended that AI can bring economic transformation to India. Okay, we must work to ensure that it is fruitful for us rather than being harmful. It must be fruitful for us. That was one of the recommendations of V. Kamakoti Task Force. So you can expect a question, similar question in prelims, stating V. Kamakoti Task Force is regarding what. Okay, such kind of questions can come up. Now, what else should India be doing? India must, we have already discussed it several times, we must upskill. But apart from that, we must also ensure this bill to be passed. See, we are providing several inputs to train a machine, right? So all these inputs, all this data that we are providing to machine must be secured. It must not be misused. This is part of data protection bill which has not been passed yet. Okay. So this bill must be passed, and we must also try to integrate AI with other dimensions of, let's say, Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Climate Change, Ministry of Water, or Road Transport and Development. So we must integrate AI in various ministries so that they work together to get a better output. Okay. So if you get a mains question on this, we must write these points, that what further things that Government of India should do, what all it has done already. Okay. So this is one of the mains practice question. The recent rise of generative, So this is one of the practice question. Kindly take it down and just try to answer it in points. That the recent rise of generative AI has sparked more interest in the progress of AI across the globe. Okay, so we just need to introduce the concept of generative AI and discuss the steps that have been taken by government to reap its benefits. Write it as a 10-mark question. Okay. With that, we come to the end of this topic. I wish you all the very best and thank you so much.